Well, YouTube, what is up? The race season is about to start next weekend, so next week we have the first IDMS of the year in Carrick. Despite lack of training and lack of riding the downhill bike for the last 2 months, it's been hectic with coaching and life in general, so I haven't really touched the bike as much as I would like. So I have one more day or a half day that I'm going to be riding the driver to set up the bike a little bit. I thought that I wanted to do a little bit of tinkering since the last time I was riding the bike consistently and at the speed that I think I can ride. There are a few things that changed. One is I gained 5 kilograms. Technically I'm heavier, suspension feels a little bit softer, and I got a little bit of thinking. I've been using this for the last, gonna come to 6 months, 7 months. This is 700 grams of weights. Basically these are wheel balancing weights stuck together. They were strapped to the bike here. Some of you guys might have seen it on some of the races, and it worked really well. So that was 700 grams, and then I thought maybe I should think about going for a little bit more weight. So what I'm going to do today, apart from working on a slightly stiffer suspension setup, given the fact that now I'm a little bit heavier, is I'm going to add a little bit more weight to the bike. So altogether this is going to add up to 1 kilogram. And the idea is that with 300 more grams on the bike, or basically another kilogram added to the bike in general, the bike should go back to feeling a little bit more planted. I should feel that I get a little bit more grip when it gets loose, when you're nearly riding over off camber stuff. And this is something that I tried a fair bit throughout last year. I started with 300 grams increments, then I went to 700 grams, and I thought that was the sweet spot. But now I thought, you know what, I'm gonna try more, going heavier, given the fact that I do like the feel of the bike, and I found massive benefits from riding with a slightly heavier bottom bracket. So the plan for today is I'm going to head over to Rostrevor, I'm going to ride the local trails, I will be trying the slightly stiffer suspension setup, and then a little bit more weight. So I'm going for the first run of the morning. I have the bike ready to go with a slightly stiffer setup, and I taped 400 grams of weights here. So it's lower than what it used to be when I had them strapped. Before I had 700 grams strapped a little bit higher on the down tube, or just not as low as the bottom bracket. Now I have 400 grams right under the bottom bracket and a little bit of a warm-up in bends, and then I will strap the other one 700 grams, so that will be 1100 grams altogether, and we'll see how the bike feels. So let's go, gonna warm up. Okay, let's see. It's actually quite loose. Is it okay to go through, yeah? Cheers. Super loose. So that's the first run done. I'm not gonna get too caught up on this. I was feeling quite stiff and out of shape, but haven't done bends in, I think it's 6-8 weeks. I was riding at the Gap not that long ago, but different tracks, slightly different setup, so I'm not overthink it. It's just the first run. I'm gonna work on doing 1 or 2 more runs with the same setup, trying to get a feel for it, becoming a little bit smoother, and then I will add more weight. So let's see. Second run of the morning. Let's try to tidy up things, get a little bit smoother. So loose with all of these stones. It nearly rides better when there is a tiny bit of moisture on the track, so everything is held together. I feel like I have more weight over the front of the bike now that I have a stiffer rear shock.
and nearly the same fork. Before I was hanging off the back, now with a few more PSI in the shock, the bike feels a bit more balanced. Going for the third run, this time I have extra 700 grams of weights strapped onto the bike, so now this is 1100 grams all together. And because I was feeling that the bike was still feeling balanced, but I was feeling like the fork was a tiny bit too harsh, I've taken a tiny bit of high-speed compression, and we'll see how it feels now after this run. I'm gonna try to keep it tidy again. I'm gonna stop here. There's a stone that is bothering me. It's in a sketchy place, and I don't want anybody getting wrecked because of it, nor myself. So we'll stop here, clear this out. It's exactly where you want the front wheel to be. Here you have this stone. If you catch it and it sends you offline, you're gonna have a hugie, and nobody wants that. So insane the difference that it makes. I can feel the bike sticking to the ground so much more, especially the back wheel, which is exactly what I want. I don't want the bike to feel jiggery, so that's good. That's 1100 grams, that's the heaviest the bike has been since I own it, and it's still pretty light. This bike is about 16 kilograms without pedals and stock. Give it 16 and a half, maybe 16.7 by the time you add tire inserts and pedals. We could be talking now closer to 18 and a half, 19 kg. So we're on for the fourth run, a second run with the heavier bike. We'll see how we get on. I'm gonna try to go a tiny bit faster this time. You follow me?
Yeah.
Sweet, ready to go?
Yeah.
Let's go. Just a wee bit loose. Oh. That was a wee bit better, more aggressive. The bike was feeling great, a wee bit stiffer, but it works if I'm riding fast. If I'm riding slow, the bike feels a bit too stiff. So when I clock in what we're going to call the second last run, just to take it handy here, chill a little bit and call it a day. I'm trying to avoid the water because I'm not going to wash the bike after this. Oh, couldn't avoid that one.
that's it, job done. That is the morning done. I am happy enough with trying the slightly heavier bike. I liked it. Suspension feels good. Like I said earlier, it feels good while I'm going fast. If I'm going slow, it feels a tiny bit too stiff, but I suppose it's a matter of getting used to it on different tracks. Then we'll go to the race, have a bit of fun, come back in one piece. I don't want to roll the dice, I want to just enjoy the experience, given the fact that I haven't been training as much as I would like. Next vlog will be in a week time after the race. Stay tuned and thank you for staying on. See you in the next one.